welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, I am Felicia. I am doing an inside video today because it's really hot outside and I don't feel like dealing with the heat or the bugs. So what I'm going to do today is start some new tomato seeds. My tomato plants outside, they're doing pretty well. However, I just wanted to do some Roma tomatoes so that I could possibly do something different. Right now I have a lot of cherry tomatoes outside. We pretty much snack on them or put them in a salad. But I do want to do some other things, so I'm gonna start these. Nothing special. Got these from Walmart. And these are, if I'm not mistaken, these Hermann tomatoes. So they'll produce a certain amount and then they will stop. So on the back, it says that these are paste type fruits with meaty interiors and few seeds, ideal for canning and sauces, compact and yes, determinate plants. So we're gonna get started. So the name of this soil is Black Gold Seedling Mix. I'll take these out. But it's really fluffy, holds moisture really well, and good to start seedlings in. Can y'all see these? I literally was outside and I got ate up. I don't know if y'all can see them, but yeah. I was like, no, we're not doing this today. So I'm going to use these little cups. Let me show you these first. So these are biodegradable cups, and I think I've already used them before. I just didn't bury them the last time. I'm going to put 2 sunflower plants in these and start the sunflowers in the house and then plant them outside. The reason I want to use the biodegradable cups is because sunflowers typically don't want their roots bothered. You won't get the maximum growth out of a sunflower if the roots are tampered with. So that's why I'm going to use those cups. And I'll start them in these cups, and then when it's time to plant them outside, I'll just plant the cup in the soil and it'll just grow like that. The roots will grow through the bottom of the cup. So yeah, I'm gonna do these sun gold tall sunflowers, and they look like the teddy bear version, except I think they're gonna be taller. And I'm also gonna do one of these, which is a teddy bear version, but it's supposed to be the dwarf kind. So first we're gonna do the Roma tomatoes, and then we're going to do the sunflowers. And I'm going to use this cup to actually, I have this seed starter that I'm going to put the tomatoes in. I'm going to start a lot of seeds just because I don't want to, I just want to make sure I get something, basically. I'm not too concerned about saving seeds or anything like that, because seeds aren't very expensive, especially when these came from Walmart. If your soil has clumps in it, you can just break the clumps up, make sure it's nice and fluffy. Before I do the sunflowers, but if I do, I'll just use regular soil. It doesn't have to be seed starting soil. I don't always start in seed starting soil, but I really wanted to try this brand, and I don't really know if it's a fave or not. I'm really big on just using what I already have around the house. I don't want to order special soil just for seeds, even though some people swear by it, and that's okay. I just would rather use what I already have. Now, this time of year with this type of weather, you can definitely just plant straight outside if you wanted to. Again, I just don't want to be out there right now because the mosquitoes are really bad, and I just sprayed the yard. That's why I'm bit up, to see if that helps. I sprayed it with mosquito bits tea. So yeah, so this is nice and full. And I'm just gonna take these seeds. It's supposed to be, I think, 24 seeds in this pack. I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna put them in. And so I think I'm gonna do like 2 seeds per block. It might be more than 2 seeds. I think I'm dropping double seeds, but it's okay. And the reason I'm doing 2 seeds, again, I want to make sure I get something out of this. And then on top of that, if they all start and then some of them die, I'll just have backups, you know? I'm gonna look at what type of tomatoes I'm gonna see if I can use these in salsa, because if not, then I might do a different kind, because I really want to do like my own salsa out of the fruit that I grew. I love making salsa. When I used to work at in a gas station kitchen, I know that sounds crazy, but I used to make the salsa and I always enjoyed doing it. So yeah, so I'm just pushing down with my finger, making holes, and honestly, I done pressed them down, and then now I don't know which ones I put seeds in already. I see seeds right there. Okay, so you're gonna press down to make holes like this, and then we're gonna drop them in the holes. And they really are dropping double, but that's fine. It's way more than 24 seeds also. I don't know. We just gonna make sure we get something. If a whole bunch of them pop up, you could just pull the weakest seedlings and it should be fine. And tomatoes, they don't mind being transplanted outside. You can honestly take the branch off a tomato, and you could take the branch off a tomato plant and stick it in water and reroot it, and then have another tomato plant. Like, tomatoes are so easy once you actually get them to seed. So yeah, so now I'm gonna set those to the side, and I'm gonna fill up these 2 cups. Some people don't be filling up their cups or their starter pots with soil. They don't fill them all the way to the top. I do. I started off collecting like tropical plants and like succulents, and that type of plant world, you have to fill your pots to the top so that bacteria or fungus doesn't get in the pot and cause chaos within the plant. So I'm just used to filling up my pots all the way to the top. Now with the sunflower seeds, because I'm planting them directly in these cups, I'm only going to plant 1 seed per cup. And honestly, I could plant 2 and then, I'm gonna plant 2. I'm gonna plant 2 in each cup. We're gonna do the same thing with these, press them down, cover them up, because we're gonna spray these and then I'm gonna cover them up. Okay. I almost feel like these could possibly be the same type of sunflower seeds or sunflower plants or seeds. I guess it doesn't really matter how I say it, but I feel like they can be the same kind and just be named differently because they're from different companies. These, the teddy bear dwarfs, are from Botanical Interest, and then these sun gold tall flowers are from My Gardener. I have those 2 are usually the ones that I buy most of my seeds from. I just started off watching videos on YouTube from some of the owners of the company, and I just really fell in love with like how they garden and really wanted to just use what they were using. So I support both of these brands by purchasing their products. Okay, all right, I have my spray bottle and I'm just gonna spray these down really, really good. And then I'm gonna cover them with saran wrap. And when I cover them with saran wrap, I watch them really close because obviously they're gonna sprout. And when they sprout, I don't want the saran wrap to be blocking them from coming up. I'm gonna put these under lights. Usually, which I probably could still do. Usually I use this container that my soil was in. And if I have pots like these, I can sit them in a container and then put the top on them, and the humidity keeps, helps the, we might as well empty that out because we done with that. The humidity helps the seeds start faster, especially, you know, this type of year is hot, it's humid outside. And so you kind of want to give the seed a mimic of what it would, the type of environment it would be in if it was outside in the ground. So it would be in warm soil, it would be in the ground, so it would be dark and be humid. And then daytime, you know, the sun will be out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a light over them during the daytime, and then at night, it'll be dark. I have this water catcher that usually I don't use as a water catcher. I usually put it on top and cover like that, like this. It's dirty. It was outside. But usually I cover like this so that if the plant if it sprouts, then it could at least have room. And that might be what I do with these. Yeah, that might be what I do with these. And then I might not do the saran wrap with any of these. I might put these in plastic bags. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So anyways, let's get and think about it, when you're starting seedlings like this, you want to make sure that the seeds are, or the seedlings, they're going to sprout up. When they sprout up, they're going to be looking for light. So you want to make sure that you have a light close to the container. because if your light is like way up here, then your seedlings are going to get leggy. And sometimes when they get too leggy, you can't use them, you have to start over. We use a lot of seeds here. We don't want to lose all our seedlings because we didn't put a light close enough. I have little lights that I'm going to put over this. And the same thing for your sunflower. Like your sunflowers, they get really leggy looking for light. So you want to make sure you have a light close to the soil so that when the seedlings come up, the light is right there for them and they start producing their leaves like they're supposed to, instead of just growing tall and leggy and you can't do anything with them. I used to make that mistake all the time when I first started, and I used to waste seeds, and I never waste soil. I would reuse soil over and over again because I don't see why not. If the seed don't, unless there's like a bacteria, which are fungus, I should say, which I don't think that would be the case, but I don't know. I reuse soil. If the seedling didn't start in that soil, something else going in there. Because nothing is cheap. And gardening is peaceful. It can sometimes feel like a hobby, but it's also about, for me, saving a little bit of money, even if it's a couple dollars, because I ain't have to buy tomatoes or I didn't have to buy cucumbers. You know, if I have to continuously buy soil over and over and over again, then I'm no longer saving money. This is a hobby at that point. Like, I'm just spending money just so I can play around in the soil. So I just try to make sure I use like everything, and that's why I'm using these cups over, because whatever was in this didn't sprout, or either the seedlings were too leggy, so I didn't use the cups, but I'm gonna reuse them. So that's sprayed down pretty well. I'm just gonna sit this over here and then spray these down. Actually, I'm not gonna spray these down. I'm gonna put these in a Ziploc bag, and then I'm gonna actually water these really well. And these should sprout within 24 hours. I'll be watching them like a hawk because I tell you no lie, sunflowers get so leggy, it drives me crazy. That's one of the seeds that I wasted a lot on last year because I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. So I have my plastic bag, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick these in here. And I'm gonna open this and fill it, and then I'm gonna fill this back up because my husband will be so mad at me if I don't. I'm just gonna pour the water over the soil. So I was reading up on these, and the Sun Gold tall sunflower, they harvest in about 80 to 90 days, and they grow 5 to 6 feet tall. This is it says it's a taller, larger cultivar compared to the teddy bear sunflower. Once they open fully, the pollinators love them. They are so full of petals that it appears almost fuzzy. So these aren't the teddy bear. So that's good. They're two different types of sunflowers, according to the back of this one. And then for these teddy bear, it says that it produces as many as 3. Hold on. So the teddy bear says it produces many 3 to 5 inch flowers on a 24 inch to 36 inch multi-branching plant. So for this one, I should get multiple heads on each sunflower. And with that being said, I might start some more of these seeds to have out in my backyard because I really love sunflowers. And I do have a sunflower patch in my front yard. So I have a bird feeder in the front yard, and then at the bottom of the bird feeder I have a pumpkin patch growing, and then around the pumpkin patch I have all types of sunflowers growing. Right now there are 5 out there. I did go out and plant some more seeds. I'm going to see when they start. It could take a couple days, especially since it only rained once since I put those seeds out there. So I'm having to go out and water them every morning, which sometimes I forget, especially like focusing on the backyard and the garden in the backyard. So we'll see what happens. I have I have both of these out there, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I planted both of these out there. So it'll be a surprise of what actually grows, being that I planted a lot of seeds. I have these Velvet Queens out there. I think I have some chocolate sunflowers and some vanilla sunflowers out there. So it'll be a pleasant surprise to see what actually grows and how tall they grow and how big the heads get. Well, that is all for this video for today. Once these seedlings start to sprout, I'll do another video and show you, and then we'll just go through the journey of these plants going from the inside to the outside. It should move pretty quickly, being that it's so hot now, but we shall see. Tomato seeds and the sunflower seeds are on this heating pad. Like I said, you want to give them as close to outside as possible. So I put them on the heating pad, and tomorrow I will turn these lights on, and these lights will stay on them for 12 hours, and then they'll be off for 12 hours. We'll do that until they get strong enough to go outside, and then yeah. I appreciate you watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.